Okay. So that's all right. We're going to go ahead. Okay, Paul, it's your turn. I think you have Dr. Rob.
Okay, Dr. Rob, I hope you're doing well. And yes, Rob, what do you think of the current situation here in the United States as far as business?
I think like any other time in American history, success and innovation is going to be led by those that are brave enough to embrace it. Obviously, we're dealing with a pandemic that is historical in nature. It's going to go down in history books that we are enduring. So it's very hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But much like our grandparents who went through the Depression or World War II or other major events, business is a challenge as always, but the people that are in charge of themselves and they're bold enough to create their own destinies are the ones that are going to win. My 2 cents.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, Dr. Rob, you get to ask me a question.
All right, Marie, what is the #1 business goal you are going to achieve in January?
In January, is to establish the 2 organizations, the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs and the International Wealth Builders Association. So that's my goal. And the Real Men of Real Estate started last year. So that's just ongoing. But actually, the Fire Up Connect also is now going to have a radio show starting this month. And I'm prepping all the hosts. So I'm really excited about those 3 things. Those are all my #1s. Okay, so and I apologize for not able to record the first part of the meeting because I was just trying to juggle multiple things here, but we will try and get a lot more information from you guys that people can learn more about you. Okay, so that is the first part of our meeting. The second part of our meeting is what we call the expert section. This is where we talk about a topic. So since this is a brand new year, I would like to talk about financial planning. Okay, so I would like to start with Raja. Raja, what do you think about the word financial planning? And you have about a minute to kind of talk about your perspective on that part. Okay.
So if we're talking of, can you see me now on the video?
Yes, we can see you totally.
Okay, great. Okay. So if we are talking about financial planning for the business,
yes,
I would consider that to be a matter of our burn rate that you have against the revenues from the customers, and to continue to enhance and develop the product and to be able to monetize the offering. So you want to make sure that your cash flow is always ahead, and at the same time you have a pipeline of new products by looking at what the customer demand would be and striving to meet those demands.
Okay, great. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Raja. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one, which is Rob Warner.
Yeah, same question.
Yes, same question.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, the big thing we're thinking about right now is hiring, and how can we justify hiring? It's just me and my co-founder right now. So in terms of financial planning, we're thinking about what does our annual revenue look like, and can that justify hiring a sales rep, and how quickly could we get that person ramped up so they can justify their salary? And then how can we make sure that they are bringing enough business to not only do that, but to grow the business beyond them so that we can continue to grow. So financial planning for us is sort of modeling out, what are our expected revenue targets and what can we expect to spend in order to hit those and to try to exceed them.
Awesome, thank you. It looks like you are joined by James Fu Torres. Hi Fu, how are you? Happy New Year.
I'm good. I'm just like in bed
so we're
right
just
now.
talking about financial planning here, the word financial planning. We're in the second part of our meeting, the expert section. So I'm just calling people right now. So I'm going to move on to Dr. Rob.
Yeah, so I adopted a new model a couple of weeks ago that's actually really exciting for people I'm working with. I figured out that what we need to do as business owners to not worry about money is to understand our income streams. They fall into active, passive, recurring, and accrual. And this hit me like a light bulb one day. It was like Doc Brown when he hit his head on the toilet and discovered the flux capacitor that let Marty McFly go back in time. But the point is you guys can make active and passive income streams, which are like courses, ebooks, workshops, whatever. Develop some recurring, which is membership or subscription based. So it's money coming in every month. And then you invest that into accrual, which are things you buy that accumulate over time. Real estate, crypto, NFTs, stocks, mutual funds. And so essentially you're trying to create the first three so that you can invest in the fourth. And that's how you get some stability over time. And, you know, more to follow on this. It's obviously very, very big topic, but that's what I've been doing. I've really been excited about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Rob. Okay, Paul, you're next.
Yeah, just to follow on Dr. Rob, I think for financial planning, that's basically what we do, right? As business owners, we want to make sure that looking at the whole entire picture, where am I going to invest these funds, not only into my business, but yet reoccurring passive income, like what Dr. Rob mentioned and like everyone here knows about. But I think as time goes on, your perspective of these things change. And what I mean by that is the more that you get into your business, the more you see things that really can complement your business to be those things. It could be small business. It could be like what Rob said about, subscription-based things, or you could invest in companies that that you could really see that, okay, well, part of my funds are going to go into this company because I believe in this product and I've been following this company. So there's quite a few ways, but definitely I think Dr. Rob mentioned it. It's very important to start to look at these different avenues that you start to build in your business, because cash flow is always a huge, it's important in a business.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to Martha.
Hi. For me, finance planning the same thing doesn't fit for everyone, but a practice will fit for everyone. What I do for my business is I do monthly reports. I look at my profit and loss every month. I do forecast every month, and that forecast changes. So every month I adapt. So any move I make, whether it's spending or whether it's allocating resources or I have to see how to get more revenue, I use it in a, instead of reactive, I'm using data to be able to make the right choices and how I'm going to make my money and how I'm going to spend my money. And this year is the beginning of the year. I have a business plan. So I actually looked at every expense on every month. I grind down to everything in my business. And then I give myself is my report card. And then I set new goals for the next year. So I don't make goals that are like unbelievable and impossible, but they are challenging and achievable.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you, Martha. Okay. Last one, Fu.
So we're talking about the importance of like
Financial planning.
financial planning. Yeah, so for me, yeah, financial planning is like super important, and learn how to leverage credit is super important, especially if you're trying to do a business. You need capital. Like with credit, you can take a zero interest and like build something that will generate a lot of cash, and then you can pay it, and then just basically can borrow money for free. So that's something that it's a big thing that I've learned, how to make money with other people's money without paying them for it, just kind of borrowing it and getting it back. And like be smart with like tips that I could say. It's like put all your bills like on auto pay, right? Like all your credit cards, don't be late on that. Be focused on like building credit. I cannot stress that enough. you have good credit, like you can have like so many doors open to money and into low interest and everything. And then like make sure that you take care of all your bases and you live like you should live on like 50% of your income or less. And like if you are like that, I don't, I take risk, but I'm still like okay, I make sure that I can eat and I can pay my bills, right, and all that. So and I've done one thing also is like just get with like a insurance guy or something, that they usually financial planner. They're usually like to help you like budget and really put in perspective what's important for you and how you separate money. And yeah, there's so many good people. That's how I got into like get taking care of my finances and budgeting and everything with help of people that like self insurances and financial planning.
All right, awesome. Okay, it looks like Roger has to leave here. It looks like he's got an important call. Roger, are you going to be able to come back after your call or no?
That will be for an hour, but I have to leave in 10 minutes, not right away. So I still have 9 minutes.
Okay, so all right. So just know that this is an hour meeting. We would really like to, if you want, you can probably sign up for our next meeting, which is Friday. And so we really get to know you more. Okay. But anyway, you're welcome to leave whenever you're ready. Okay, so in regards to the financial planning, I just wanted to make a point that I think part of what we heard from everybody is that, we need to have a forecast or, a report that would really help us guide whatever we're doing. And I think what Dr. Rob said in making sure that you've identified all the different stream of income, make sure for each one of those, you have a financial plan for each project or for whatever income you have. And you have to have a system that you can watch it on a monthly basis or a weekly basis, because it's critical. Whatever change will affect your bottom line. So make sure that you know what's going on, because I work with the healthcare industry. I manage the entire decision support of a hospital, and we actually daily watch our numbers. And so that's something that would be great. Now, I wanted to ask Martha. Martha, would you be kind to give us a presentation later on, like for 7 minutes, that you can show us a little bit of what you do, so people can really get some ideas on, what kind of services you provide to people? Because I think I'm interested in that. Would you be interested in doing that? Okay, so I will schedule you for that. But for the meantime, I would like everyone take 30 seconds and give us your feedback on what you learned today on financial planning. Just type it on your chat and give us your feedback. 30 seconds, please. Okay, okay, this is great. So I think part of what we do here is we really pay attention to what everybody's saying. So we learn from everybody in terms of what they're sharing. Okay, the next part of our meeting is what we call business share time. This is where you're able to share one of your success stories, so we understand what accomplishments you've made, or a challenge that you're dealing with that you would like people to get some feedback or suggestions. And lastly, a specific goal where you need to give us a time frame of completion so we can help you. If you say $1 million, when, and we don't know, it's not going to work. So give us specifics. Okay, so let me go ahead and start with Roger, since he is got a very short time here. I'm going to just start with Roger.
Okay. It's definitely, I think, marketing and being able to demonstrate the value to our customers. No question that we want to be able to say that how do you, given that we have a technology product related to automation, how do you make sure that your product works? How do you make sure that it works without the bugs and you're able to execute and demonstrate value to the customer, and make sure at the same time that once you've set up the product at the customer site or given them access on the cloud, because we can do both, how do we make sure that we are demonstrating value to the customer?
Okay, so is that more of a challenge to you? Is that Raja?
But that would be our challenge is
Okay, so
because
I think that's
maintaining
fine.
software. Mhm.
Go ahead, Raja.
So building software is not that hard. That's what we found. It's or anyway for our company, it's not that hard. But maintaining it because you're building it on top of a specific version of Unix or Windows or anything like that, and the environment around you changes, that can be a huge challenge in our business.
All right, everyone, that's his challenge. Okay, if you have any comments or feedback, please send him a private message. All right, let's move on to Rob Warner.
Just main challenges.
No, you can share a success story or a challenge or a specific goal, whatever you choose.
Oh, okay. I guess a success story. Last month we did 15K in revenue, which was really exciting for us. And most of that was from business that we had acquired previously that came back and wanted to use our services again. So it was really exciting to see that return business. And we're trying to build out sort of that model so that we can continue to grow loyal customers who will come back and use us again. But that's the challenge, I guess.
Okay, awesome. It looks like Dr. Rob is sending a message. This completely changed everything I'm doing. All right. Okay, so what about you, Fu?
So are we sharing like success, struggle, or something like that, right?
Goal.
Or goal, yeah. I was like, I know it. One big, I had my biggest month ever on December, so that's a big win. I'm feeling very good this year. I'm intending to even have a better month this month. So everything seems to be according to plan so far. One struggle is learning how to be a leader, a trainer, and just get the right people and not like or hire or like hire and not have them ready for doing the job and stuff. I'm trying somebody new that I'm splitting the cost with somebody else. So that's something that I'm excited about. It's a guy that's been working 3 years with my partner. So we'll see how that goes. Like should get like an extra 20 appointments per month, which could be really, really good. And yeah, like my goal is to, before this year ends, I want to be making 100K in revenue a month.
Awesome. Love that, Fu. Keep working on it. Keep letting us know what's going on. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, Paul.
Well, as far as success, I can't forget where I come from, excuse me, and where most of my revenue comes from is San Francisco. But I did come on a leap of faith, and I took this big risk to open this office out here in New Mexico in Rio Rancho because of the huge possibility. So the success is that our marketing in San Francisco is coming along very well. Excuse me, I have a good business partner out there as well. And the thing that I think is unique to our situation is that we're not only been involved in real estate through our families, but also we do have the development or the construction and the rehab in our background as well, both my partner and myself. So to really give out a good product, I think that we gel very well to the point where even other brokers and realtors are reaching out. So that's good. Now, the challenge, once again, I said, as you could see, read the background here, is Rio Rancho. It is, I continue to think that it's a great investment, and but most of my time, money, and energy has been put into this, invested into this, and I just see that things move very slowly here. I have connected with the city, but everything just takes time. So I just have to keep pressing on, because I do have a feeling that in the future, this could really be a very, very sweet investment. for
Yeah,
not only myself, but for this city here and the young ones.
yes, we're counting on that, Paul.
Thank you
Want to
very
make
much.
a lot of
Great.
income this year.
Yeah.
So
Excuse
your
me.
success is our success.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right, let's go to Dr. Rob.
So the biggest success I had recently, I had a big staffing shakeup in my magazine, and I had to hire a new guy immediately and then go back to my roots as a magazine designer versus editor. And we worked hard for 2 weeks this week, or sorry, 2 days this weekend, but we had to start from scratch. We got the issue out. It's amazing looking. But it was a challenge, but we got it out. We've gotten very good reviews on it. And I'll drop a link in comments. You guys can read it for free if you like, but it's just a testament to, adapting to a situation and not letting that situation define you.
Awesome, wow. Dr. Rob, I'm looking forward to a lot of those things. Okay, Martha, your turn.
Hi, so one of my successes, and this is why I started the company Solix that I started with my partner Miriam, is I saw it in my family's business. We have a wood pallet business where we sell the wood pallets. When I started, I was in college and I started from the bottom. I mean, I started cleaning the sawdust, cutting the wood. I mean, I was one of the guys inside. But I realized I have a degree. I have to use my head on this. That was in 2014. With time, using my math degree, because I have a master's in applied mathematics, I'm like, why don't I use my math in numbers to make decisions for the business, from marketing to how we're going to spend our money to who we're going to work with. I did all of that, and I set one goal in 2019, and it was unreachable. I'm not kidding you. And I have a slide where I presented at WBDC Women's Business Development Center, and I said, I want to make 10 million in sales. That was like crazy. I was out there speaking and saying I want 10 million. And this year we're at 10.5 million in sales, so 2021. And this was all on this number-based strategy. We did it.
Oh my, that is amazing, Martha.
Yeah, I have the slide. I mean, people don't believe me. This was like a dream that I didn't even think was possible, and it is. And this is the challenge, trying to show people that running their business using data is really going to turn the tables. And sometimes you have to do crazy things that you're like, no, that's not going to work. But sometimes the numbers speak for themselves. And with your business experience, you combine both. That's the power.
Wow.
And that's why I started
so
Solix.
excited. I'm so glad, Martha, that you're a part of Fire Up Connect, because I know you're going to fire up everybody now to make lots of money.
And you first have to believe it. If you don't even believe it, don't even start making goals.
Yeah, well, definitely. I would love to really learn more about what you do. Okay, so that is our third part of our meeting. Now, this is where the next part is where we need to find opportunities and collaboration. So from what you heard today, what is your idea of what you saw from what you heard from everybody? I'm going to start with Rob Warner, since he is the first visitor here. Rob, what do you think? Did you see any opportunities or collaboration that you can find from this group?
I'd love to say so. I don't think so. I
No?
don't know, maybe I missed something. If somebody can point it out for me, I'd love to know. We sell to tech companies, and we're looking for sales strategies. So if I missed some opportunity there, please let me know. I don't know, I feel
No, that's okay. That's why we're asking you a question, and this is a good opportunity. So, and we have other people here that might have a different take on what you see. So I would go ahead and ask Dr. Rob. Dr. Rob, since you heard Rob Warner's too, I mean, did you see any opportunities here?
Yeah, absolutely. I would have to ask Rob a couple questions, because I apologize for coming on late to the call, so I didn't quite catch everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're selling to tech companies, obviously you need to figure out who your perfect avatar is. Is there an industry you can niche down to and market to? And then just go on LinkedIn and just go crazy with keywords, finding the 3 keywords that apply to that industry or those type of tech companies, and then just get on them phones.
Okay. All right. And what about you, Fu?
So I always, I just ask him, I mean, I can help anybody really. So like, definitely, it gets a little more complicated when you don't have a high ticket offer just because of the ROI, right? Like, but I mean, if you're looking for, some way to like have a piece of that, like in the press that has your authority, and that way you can send it to people and you don't have to talk to them like about what you're doing. And you want to like deliver your message and your branding, increase your brand authority, starting with like either a mid-tier article or maybe a press release could be good for you. That's what I would say. I wouldn't offer you anything higher than that because it wouldn't make sense for what you do. But you know, if you're looking for getting your brand message out with authority, like for example, getting on Yahoo Finance or Yahoo News could be good for sending it when you're pitching to these tech companies. That's something that I can, my 2 cents.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, Martha, did you find anything from what you heard today?
Oh, so just to make sure, you do trivia for companies, am I right?
Yeah, so we do like virtual team bonding. So if you have a
Okay.
team that's, yeah.
So you can work with anyone here. Find out who
Yeah,
has
for
a
sure.
team, who has a big team. And I think a lot of companies don't see collaboration and all these other activities as powerful. But when you build a team when you build memories, even just a memory like, hey, bro, I just won that trivia and I beat you. These kind of things make this connection stronger between team members. And now they're not just team members, they're friends. So I see the power in that. And maybe when you do your marketing, mention that. Like you want your workers to scratch their back per se, to not say, okay, that's their fault. When you build this community, then each one takes care of each other. So no one is slacking or looking to blame on someone. So I think maybe you should mention that in your marketing. My guys only speak Spanish, but if you have someone that can do translating, I will hire you because I am all about team building. I'm all about team building.
Yeah. Well, we need a Spanish speaking host. So if you know anyone who wants to host trivia, let me know.
I can do it. You just tell me what I have to do. Like you can still charge me for training me. I can translate, but I will love the trivia here.
There you go. You see, Bob, there's opportunities. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Paul? Microphone. There we go.
Definitely, I want to know a little bit more about Martha and Fu, for sure. I think everyone adds value, but I think here at the stage in my business, I think since I'm going to be involved with so many people, and this is going to be a legacy that continues beyond me, excuse me, definitely numbers. I really appreciate, Martha, your ability to work with numbers, and my hat off to you. That is so important. So definitely I want to know more about you, excuse me. And then as far as Fu, I think you caught my attention when you did say a press release. I think nowadays it is important once people start to see your company or what you're doing in bold letters somewhere, that they read it somewhere. That holds weight. And so definitely I'd like to talk to both of you about these things. As far as Rob, I'm also bilingual. I do speak a couple of languages, in both Castilian and Spanish, and I was a Russian student in college, learning the language and the culture. But excuse me. But I think that's a great opportunity, Rob, that you're branching out into other cultures and languages, because that's what this world is. I mean, it's not like this place is one spoken language country anymore. Anywhere you go, it's that globalization has really made people communicate in their own language, and have opened it up to other cultures and getting to know people. So I think that that would be a huge opportunity for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about different language. Fu, do you speak a different language? What is it?
Español.
Español,
Español es mi
okay,
primer
Rob.
idioma.
And I speak
That's my
Tagalog.
native language. That's my native language, Spanish.
Yeah. And I speak Tagalog for the Philippines. So you got the
Nice.
Oh.
international connection here already. And
Yeah, actually, I forgot to mention that I am part of a Tagalog group now too. I think I mentioned to you, right, Marie?
oh no, I didn't. You didn't mention that.
Yeah, because of my religious base that I'm helping on a different
Oh
group.
wow.
But I love culture, and this is what I'm saying. I mean, I don't even know Tagalog, but I'm helping the group. But it's just opening up the door to me to the point that every time we meet, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think connected Marie and myself, and then
Oh.
Martha and Fu. Yo hablo el castellano también, and so
Dr.
Anyway.
Rob, you're speaking military language here, right? What about that, Dr. Rob speaking military language? Is that something with you, Rob, with your deal?
Yeah, it is acronyms and a lot of strange things that most people don't understand. Fu might be the only one that understands certain stuff that we talk about. If I mention an MRE or a TDY or, you know, any of this stuff. So yeah, it is a language.
So Rob Warner, is that something that would kind of like give you an idea also? It kind of connects to different, you know, target market?
Yeah, for sure.
You see, okay, gives you some, yeah, go ahead, Martha.
I want to mention, Rob, have you tried non-for-profits? I know non-for-profits are big about like games.
Yeah, I have. Usually they just don't have the budget for this type of event. We have special nonprofit pricing for like fundraisers. If you want to host a fundraiser, we'll give you a special discount, but we can't really discount beyond that.
Okay. I have a non-for-profit, so I will connect with you, and that one you
Oh,
can do
great.
in English. That one we can do in English.
Okay,
So
awesome.
let's talk. I do like 3 events at least every year for the non-for-profit.
Oh, great.
So let's connect.
Sounds good.
All right, I think that's the part of class. Any other comments or any other questions? Are you guys good with these collaboration opportunities? Okay.
I did like I was late, so I was just like, you know, I don't know Martha and I don't know Rob, Paul and like the other Rob, I guess, Dr. Rob. I know them, but it's just I didn't know about them, so I don't know if there was a real like if they can help me in something or whatever. I know a little bit about like Rob Warner, but Martha, I don't know.
Martha is an official member now of Fire Up Connect. She actually provides data reports, deals with numbers. So I think have a one-on-one with Martha Fu. So maybe she can help you with your business, because now that you're really making good money, she might be able to guide you more and reaching out a higher number. Okay. All right. So let me ask Rob Warner, what do you think about your experience today from this short period of time of meeting?
Yeah, this was great. Thank you so much for all the insight.
Yes, and so Fire Up Connect actually is a membership site. Would love for you to be a part of it and really learn more about what you do, because this is not the only members we have. We have a lot of members that sometimes shows up in Fridays or Tuesdays. So it just depends on their schedule. So it will be great for you to meet them if you come and join us. And we have all these people are members. So if you have any questions, do you have any questions for the group?
Oh,
Rob?
do I have any questions? No,
Yeah.
No, this is awesome.
Okay,
I
all
have
right.
a question.
Yes, go ahead, Martha.
Help me, guys. Users just see it, but how do you convince a small business that they need to look at their numbers if they want to grow? That's my biggest challenge. You guys see it, but like, what are keywords that I can use besides the example I gave?
Paul, go ahead.
I think when it comes to numbers, it's very, very personal. I think one of the big things to know is people are going to only share things with you, especially something so touchy as numbers, right? For you to build trust with that person, right? So, in that company. So it's not something that you know, it's going to be so blatant and obvious that people need to do this, but it's going to build trust. I think how you can really be creative in this is that, seeing that you are creative, is maybe put in little tidbits of things that, say, business owners can see for themselves. Something so simple like, hey, did you know that if you watch this part of your expense, you never know where it might be in 12 months or something like that, you know, something like this that's going to spark a little bit of interest and yet connect your name with that, right? And then always at the end or somewhere put your name and number and put a little personal note like, hey, I'm be more than happy if you wanted to learn more or something. I don't know. That's just it. I mean, this is why I want to talk with you, Martha, because it's taken a couple of steps. And I'm at that point now that this meeting that I heard you, that I would like to set up an appointment with you. And it's not that I've been brushing you off. I do see that you emailed me. And so anyway, I think it's just time to build up things.
It is the,
Mhm.
remember, Martha, I mentioned that to you, that it is about the level of trust
Yeah.
and the level of expertise. That's why I think it would be great for you to be scheduled as a presenter and show some of the information you do. And that will give more information for people like Paul to learn what are the type of services you provide. Anyone else who can answer Martha's question? Dr. Rob?
I might have to pass on this one. It's a little tricky.
Okay, and what about
They
you?
put you on the spot.
Do you have any comments? No, okay.
I have an
And
idea. I mean, this is probably not something that you're not aware of, but you know, customer case studies in terms of showing numbers and success stories for people who have sort of stalled with their growth before using a platform like yours, and then seen, you know, some of their growth and highlighting exactly what they didn't know, because I think that's part of what you provide is, and based on what I've heard you say, is sort of like you're helping inform these people about what they don't know. So just sort of like helping to tell that story with a particular customer who didn't know about X, overcoming that through your services and then growing from that, I think could be really powerful, and seeing, you know, and painting that picture for other potential customers.
awesome. Well, Rob, I mean, maybe we still need to see your face. You know that, right? That's part of building the level of trust.
If I were feeling up to it, I would 100% be on video. I'm just not
Okay.
feeling great
Well,
today.
maybe
Thanks though.
I think that's pretty much it. I appreciate you coming and joining us here, Rob Warner. And
Yeah, thanks for having me.
any last comments, any announcement would you like to share to anybody about your deals this year?
No, if anyone's in LA, come look me up.
Okay, what about you, Dr. Rob? No, nothing? No announcement? Okay, Paul, any news? Oh, microphone.
Any news? I think it's just keep going. I mean, we have to keep moving, right? And
Okay, so, and I did get talk to Mary. She was waiting for your information, so just so you know.
oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
very
Martha,
much.
anything that you would like to share before we end?
I have a tip, guys. It's the beginning of the year. Have a business plan in place that includes your financial, that includes your marketing plan, that includes your sales plan. I mean, start it now, but also consider how you performed this year that passed.
Awesome. I appreciate that. So Martha, you're going to be scheduled for when? You just let me know what date you would like us to put you in. And Paul, are you
Yes.
moving forward with the Saturday for the radio show?
Yeah, I wanted to chat with you after this
Okay,
meeting.
so
So
after that,
Mhm.
okay. Dr. Rob, anything else? I think I'm, can't wait to hear more about your project with Brian Davis, and let me know, okay? Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so much, everybody. And Rob, if you want to have a one-on-one meeting, did you put your information on the chat by any chance?
Oh, yeah, let me throw my email in there.
Make sure that you connect with everybody and save the chat so you can at least follow up with everyone. Okay, there you go. And connect with Rob Warner. All right, Rob, please let me know if you want to meet with me. Here is my information too. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, thank you, everybody. We will see you Friday. Okay, Friday at 11 a.m. Sounds good.
Bye, everyone. It was
Bye,
great.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful day.
All right, Paul, you want to wait here? Hold on. Let me stop the recording.